funny thing, I can't get used to seeing these farm animals scattered throughout the neighborhood. Just randomly, you know. You see a caribou here, billy goat there, cows, all over the place. And they just move them around, and I guess I let them graze and they move them around some more. A couple more billy goats up here. Everyone, I made it over to Tarbush. I found a location near the Robinson Mall. I was on my way down to Silliman College to go to that location, and I saw this one as I was passing by, and I saw the owner, Antonio, out there working on the building or something. Hi, Antonio.
Hi. Good morning.
Yeah, I've been dying to try your meals here, so let's gonna try
starting with our bread, the longest one in Dumaguete and the biggest sandwich.
Good. Mucho gusto. Right?
Yeah, mucho gusto.
Yeah.
It's a little bit spicy, an American Mexican taste.
Yeah.
You will like it because it's very delicious. We make competition between the Mexican taste and the American taste with the Arabic shawarma.
Awesome. To be honest with you guys, I got the idea to come over here from Rique with Life Beyond the Sea, and I've been dying to come over here, so finally I've been here about a month and made my way over, so I'm going to give it a try. Locations do you own in Dumaguete?
4.
4?
Yeah.
Oh, they're all over. Wow. Where are
the newest one?
Yeah. Which the newest one?
This is the one.
And then the other one at Silliman College over
there? Bolivar and Piapi and Robinson and here.
Oh, and in Robinson too?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Right in Robinson.
Robinson.
What floor on what
second
level?
Floor.
Second level?
Second, yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Here we go. You should be so hungry, huh?
Oh, I'm starving, yeah.
It's a big sandwich.
Perfect timing, it's lunchtime. Okay, I'm going to sit down and get ready to eat this. It looks beautiful. French fries? Oh, it's a combo, huh? Yeah. Okay, and what's the drink?
Pineapple.
Oh, pineapple. Okay. Looks beautiful. Thank you. Okay, I got to give this a try. It looks great. Where do I start? That's fresh, very fresh. Ingredients are good. This is a full meal right here. A little bit spicy, but that's what I wanted. Good spicy. So the mucho gusto is actually only 135 pesos because I got it a la carte, but Antonio made me a special one today, so I appreciate that. So that's it, and it was beautiful and very tasty. So I'm here just outside the mall at the Robinson's Mall here in Dumaguete. And back here you got the Bo's coffee shop and a bunch more things, and there's a couple banks back here, and this is also where they put the ATMs. And that's what I wanted to talk about today is the ATMs, because some of our viewers have been asking about banking over here in the Philippines and setting up an account and how to access your money. And so I just want to talk just briefly about the easiest way I found to access the money, and also how to deal with setting up an account here. So behind me is the BDO bank and the two ATMs in the rear of the Robinson Mall, and in the front inside the mall there's also another ATM. And if you're going to be coming to the Philippines for any extended period of time, you're going to you'll find yourself using these ATMs. And when I've come in the past and only spent a few weeks at a time, I didn't have to use them. And in fact, this is the first trip I've needed to use them, because we've been here going on 3 months. So no matter, you can only bring a certain amount on the airplane, and most people aren't too comfortable traveling with more than a few $1,000s. So when you plan your trip to come over, even if you bring $3,000 to $5,000, and the maximum you can bring is $10,000, but not many people feel that confident carrying that kind of money around. So when you get here, after a month or so, you're going to probably go through that money. And if you're like me, you'll go through the money. And normally I would just be going back home and have a few hundred US dollars to take care of me when I got home, and then I could go to my bank then. But now that we're here longer, and I do use these ATMs back here, one of the best things I did as far as the ATMs, you got to use your debit cards on those, and there's always there's always transaction fees. And before I left, I set it up with my brokerage account with my bank, Charles Schwab. And the good thing about brokerage accounts, and I think other ones do this also, they reimburse you for all the transaction fees, and I mean all of them. So every time you use this ATM back here, it's going to cost you $5. That's like 250 pesos, or 249 or something. But anyway, it's going to cost you about $5 every single time, and they only allow you to withdraw 10,000 pesos at a time, and that's equivalent to just $200. And I believe you can access twice a day, so that would you could get 400 out of there a day. And then some ATMs will let you do more per day, so it just depends. But each time is going to be $5 a pop, and if you can get your bank ahead of time on the debit card to reimburse you for all those transaction fees, that's really a smart thing to do. And it's even worth if setting up a stock account would be good. Well, you don't have to have stock, but just opening an account, just enough to use the debit services. It's really a sweet deal. So that's the deal on the fees. You can avoid those completely if you can just set this up ahead of time with the brokerage house. So behind me, like I say, is the BDO bank. And I did go in there to try to open an account. It's not like trying to open an account in the States. In the States it might take you, or anywhere else around the world, I don't know. It won't take you very long, maybe 15 minutes to set up an account. Here, I sat for an hour just waiting to get somebody to help me, but then eventually they did help me. And then I found that it's not so simple just opening up an account. So she walked me through the process and told me that I had to to live here for 6 months before I can open an account, even though I'm married to a Filipina. I have to set up, I have to go 6 months, and I have to have proof that, for rent or whatever from the landlord. So that's one thing. The other thing, when you do open an account, the minimum is $500, equivalent to $500 cash, USD. You can do it in pesos, whatever. But when you do set up the account, they want proof of where the funds came from. Literally. I thought, are you kidding me? I mean, it came out of my wallet. That's where the money came from. It came out of my bank account. But they actually need to see a receipt in your hand for the amount that you are going to deposit into the bank. I'm not sure it has to be the exact amount, but like if you're going to use these ATMs to get cash to open an account, make sure you keep the receipt from that ATM. I always keep them anyway, but that's one thing to remember is always take your receipt from your ATM. And here in the Philippines, you actually will need it if you want to set up an account, prove where your funds came from, unless you want to bring some kind of withdrawal slip from your country. And it's a little bit more complex. You know, they do things a little different over here. So it's doable. It's a little frustrating for us not dealing with that kind of thing, but it's something to keep in mind. So I hope that helps. I'm not an expert on this subject. I just know what works for me, and I hope it helps just for someone out there. All right, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day.
We're going to Buntis Market today. We're gonna try to find a fresh fish.
And also candy.
And John is in Dumaguete City. So let's see. We're gonna have corn tonight, Bree. You wanna eat corn? Yeah. It's gonna be yummy, huh?